If you're getting ready to visit Amsterdam or you've ever considered visiting Amsterdam, I want to take you through 10 do's and don'ts so you can make the most of your vacation and see that this wonderful city has so much more to offer than its illicit substances. So with that, let's dive in. I'm Lindsay. I'll be taking you through this little list of do's and don'ts. Number 1, do not disrespect bikes. As you can see here, there is this little reddish area, which means that is the bike lane. Do not jump into it. Don't even think about walking across it without looking both ways. You will be smashed. Instead, rent a bike and maybe do something like I did and first test your skills in somewhere safe like Vondelpark. Number 3 is don't expect attentive service, especially if you're from Canada or the States. The service that is provided in Amsterdam is much more leisurely, which brings me to number 4, which is to enjoy the pace of dining. Slow down, get comfortable, kind of settling into places and lingering. Here we are trying some rijsttafel. I am not pronouncing that right, but it's a collection of Indonesian small plates that you can enjoy, and it's a nice leisurely thing to do when you're in the city. And of course, trying out some of the other delights like apple pie and beer. Number 5 is don't get stuck only in the Canal Ring. So the Canal Ring is where the red light district is. It's where a lot of the tourists go, and the canals here are, as you can see, quite beautiful. But there is so much more to offer and things that are quieter if all you do is number 6, which is jump out and visit other neighborhoods. We just finished up breakfast at the Pancake Bakery, which has been around for about 50 years. We had delicious breakfast, and before that we were at the Anne Frank house, and now we're going to meet up with some friends and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. So that was the Jordaan Neighborhood, and so is this. And you can also take a bus out a little ways to the only windmill left in Amsterdam, or the biggest windmill left in Amsterdam, I don't remember the exact thing, and head over to a brewery. Find places where the locals go.
So yummy. Just a lineup of like the best food.
And we are here at the Hyatt Regency Amsterdam. And the Hyatt was located outside of the downtown area, which meant that we could walk to places that were much, much quieter. There was a little zoo around the corner from us, and as you can see, the cafe area was completely quiet except for these flamingos that were hanging out there. The other bonus of getting out of the Canal Ring is seeing real life and just kind of getting to see the way that other people live. And I of course had to include this because when else do you get to see a doggy taking a leisurely swim in a fountain? Not in the Canal Ring. 6.5 is really leave the city. Get way outside. This is Zaanse Shans, and again, my pronunciation is terrible, but it's this cute little preserved village just about 20-25 minutes outside of the city where you can see working windmills and lots of other just beautiful landscaping and Dutch countryside. Number 7, do not get stuck in tourist traps. One of the biggest ones that I see is the Heineken Museum. They don't even make beer here anymore. This is honestly the most you learn about the process of brewing beer. And, I guess this was kind of exciting, was seeing the draft horses. But other than that, don't go. Instead, find some tourist traps that are worth it or embracing some of the touristy things. One of the best ways to see the city outside of on foot or on bike is to hop in the water. And you can do that by taking a canal cruise, or you can take the free ferry to just across Amsterdam, and you can head over to it's called This is Holland, or the Adam Lookout. You take this kind of kitschy elevator up to the top of the lookout, and then when you get up there, you're at the highest point in Amsterdam. And because it's relatively flat, you get to see the entire city in its glory. And while you're up there, there is like a little bar hangout. There are little places for you to take silly pictures, and overall, it's just a really cool place to go. And yes, it's touristy, so I definitely recommend that you go earlier in the day or not on weekends. Number 9 is don't shop at gift stores. Gift stores have lots of cute and kitschy kind of souvenirs, but the reality is you're not going to want those things once you get home, and they're crazy expensive to buy. So rather than doing that, number 10, shop where the locals are, whether that is their local grocery stores or neighborhood shops. That's where you can get things that are a bit more authentic. So I hope you enjoyed those 10 tips. I'm gonna take you out by just letting you watch some of these boats cruise on by. And if you enjoyed this video, I do a lot of work on how to make your money really work for you so you can be emotionally balanced with your money. And in this case, I was talking about how it can work with travel.